Hello and good morning. Today is January 17th, 2026, and you're listening to That's Old News, the daily download making old headlines hot again. I'm your host, Ainsley Harvey, and as always, we're looking at what went down on this day in history, which means we're rewinding it all the way back to 38 BC, where Augustus, the first Roman emperor, weds Livia Drusilla. As the first Roman empress, Livia was highly influential, dedicating herself to promoting Roman values and securing her family's dynastic future. Widely considered one of the most powerful women in antiquity, she became a trusted advisor to her husband and successfully maneuvered her son, Tiberius, into the line of succession, leading to the establishment of the Julio-Claudian dynasty. Meanwhile, on this day in 1706, Benjamin Franklin is born. As a statesman, inventor, and writer, Ben Franklin helped found the United States by drafting the Declaration of Independence and serving as a key diplomat in France during the reign of Marie Antoinette and Louis XVI to secure funding for the American Revolution. Speaking of Louis XVI, this is the day in 1793 when the disgraced former monarch was sentenced to death by the National Convention during the French Revolution. Dragged from Versailles alongside the royal family, Louis was stripped of his crown, put on trial, and his fate finally delivered on this very day. Meanwhile, on this day in 1853, Alva Vanderbilt, first wife of Willie K. Vanderbilt and inspiration for Bertha Russell in the Gilded Age, is born. As a leading member of the new money families, Alva got herself onto the esteemed 400 list, joining ranks with the old money matrons. She shocked everyone by divorcing her husband, ostracizing herself from that very same society she fought to be a part of. She trumped them all, however, when she married her daughter to an English duke and remarried her ex-husband's even richer best friend. Already a trailblazer, she took it even further and became a leading suffragette, becoming one of the first people to picket line out the front of the White House for the cause of votes for women. Happy birthday is also due to Al Capone, who was born on this day in 1899. As a Chicago bootlegger, he became America's most famous gangster. Jumping forward to 1922, and we have the birth of an icon, Betty White. Comedian, actress, and like I said, icon, Betty had a huge career across TV and film, seeing an impressive patch of history along the way. Fun fact, Betty White was born when the Ottoman Empire was still alive, although hardly, as it came crashing down with the end of World War I in late 1922. It really is a big day of birthdays, with this day in 1942 bringing Muhammad Ali into the world. Renowned world heavyweight champion from 1964 to 67 and 1974 to 1978, he was born on this very day in Louisville, Kentucky. One final jump in time is 3 years later to Poland in 1945, when Nazis begin evacuations of Auschwitz concentration camp to other camps in Austria and Germany as the Russian army advances across Poland. Established in June 1940, Auschwitz and its neighbouring camp of Birkenau were used to facilitate the deaths of more than 1.1 million peoples, 90% of whom were Jewish. Today, the compound serves as a museum and memorial site. And that's old news from this day in history. I'm Ainsley Harvey, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow.